right where you left them.
Buttons.
Right. Okay, and how's it going, you beautiful people? I'm Cobalt GM, and we're about to start session 8 of season 2 of the tabletop role-playing game Esper Genesis by Alligator Alley Entertainment. But before we begin, let me introduce my awesome players. We have the beautiful, dark, lovely,
Greetings.
playing our Keshian princess and high priestess Aura. Next, we have the awesome Alloy.
Alloy!
Playing our Ashen Forge warrior, Argus. We also have the magnificent Master Draco.
Yo.
Playing the Volna Hunter, Rythen Brave Stride, and Splunker, and interesting flora and fauna dealer Whiffer. We also have the terrific Tonto Tomahawk.
Salutations.
Playing the fire-blooded Promethean Sargerecio. And lastly, we have the Titanic Typhoon 44.
Let's see what's out there.
Playing the Earthborn human Captain Jonathan T. Archer. Also, I gotta give a special shout out to Steve, Felicia, Justin, Riley, James Nash, Miss Nicole, Matt Click, the team at Absolute Tabletop, the Esper Genesis 5e RGB Facebook group, Old Dudes D&D, RGB RPG, Roll20 Dad, Aaron Cameron, and Aiden. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And now that is out the way, I believe we have the Titanic Typhoon 44 hooking us up with an excellent recap for that much needed inspiration point. Boy, was right.
Well,
We're
let's
gonna do
see.
this.
We had a party, lots of food, ate. They decided that they were going to get together and go for a hike. Things didn't seem right, and the captain decided, I need to get back to my ship. Something's not right here. He takes off in clouds and ends up on foot. This isn't a good picture. But he's good at sneaking through shit, so he should be just fine. Meanwhile, on the other side of everything, these poor bastards have found their way into a cave and are sampling the local flora inside the cave and decide to take a quick trip off of a short walk and down a canyon.
Yes.
We don't know how either situation's going to turn out. We could all be dead in the next second.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So I believe the plan was we were rolling new characters at the start of this.
We will see. We will definitely see. Tell me, what did Jonathan T. Archer run into on his way towards the spaceport to get back to his ship and family?
Oh, yeah. Some of them damn red flashy guys, techno guys, what the hell were their names?
Lorendi.
Lorendi, there they are. Some sort of force field-ish thing that's keeping radio signal from being sent or received. And they're making mechs.
Some sort of jammer.
Yeah, they're jamming everything.
What if it's strawberry flavored?
And I think it's raspberry. With the way these guys' attitude is, it's got to be a raspberry.
I don't mind raspberry, but I know some people don't care for it.
Are we talking about the phone?
What?
Sure.
No, that's the chocolate, man.
Hey, man, don't diss the chocolate flip, man. Chocolate flip was awesome.
Wasn't it a slider?
You can get the slider, but the better one was the chocolate flip phone.
Archer was able to take a pot shot at least at one of the mechanized things that was coming out of this center pillar, drop it, and then re-hide from the rest of them, barely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Excellent recap. You're going to be starting off with 2 inspiration. And is there anything that anyone else would like to add to this recap?
Ooh! Aura and I learned some new fighting techniques from the cat people.
What was your recently learned fighting technique?
I can now use the ability to parry, whereas my reaction, if I can roll a attack roll higher than my opponent, I can ignore a melee attack.
Nice. All right. And Aura, what new stuff did you get?
Something about leaders' encouragement and high priestesses healing.
Ooh.
Oh, she also knows the stats of her weapon now.
I don't know damage, but I have power, and I don't know range.
Right. Well, that
Yay.
hopefully will be cleared up soon. Hopefully.
I also learned the scientist lady's name, which is Brooke, and she came on this expedition into the deep dark dankness of the bottomless pit
Mhm.
against her will. Thanks, her carries a lot.
Yes. Your Sorium construct, right?
Yes, we were in a ride or die situation. And unfortunately, she didn't get the choice.
I mean, when you do shrooms,
didn't
man,
get
you
the
just got to
memo
do it as a
either.
group. Gotta
First
have a
of-
spirit guide.
You know what? The Unity was the thickest I've ever seen it. So
Most,
if we die doing it, worth it.
yes. I'll admit, super unpredictable right there.
Also, there was a Brokeback Velna moment, but we're not talking about that.
Hey, yeah, you keep your mouth shut.
If you would like to know more about the Brokeback Volna moment, please check out episode 7.
This whole planet's horny. It's freaking me out.
Oh,
Yeah, but it came from a very unexpected source.
Shh, let them watch the episode.
most definitely. Oh, Snap, how's it going, Firearms? And how's it going, Steve? All right. But we have recap out the way. Alloy, thank you for jumping in and adding some details. Take another inspiration.
Oh, sweet deal. Thank you.
And
Because I
Everyone.
don't want to die in this session.
you know, me too. You know what? I feel the same way. I don't want you to die either. But we will see. All right. And so with recap out the way, let us get into tonight's session. Ooh.
Davey, baby.
Mm-hmm. Typhoon 44.
Yep.
We are going to pick it back up with you. Jonathan T. Archer, currently in the middle of the forest and jungles of Val. You had just recently encountered the large hulking machines of the Lorendi.
Mm-hmm.
You noticed a larger device that they were using to materialize even more machines. You don't know how many of these materializers there are, but you do know the signs of an invasion force when you see one. You managed to destroy one of those human-sized robots and escape their view, breaking line of sight to get deeper into the jungle. The problem is, your ears have perked up to hearing their flying drones. Granted, these things are about the size of bowling balls, but they are covered in wickedly sharp red chrome blades. You're also not at full health. You've taken 12 points of damage last time. You're currently bleeding a little bit, but so far you're still able-bodied, and you are making your way towards the spaceport, towards the astral horizon, trying to get away from this jamming field so that you'll be able to use your communicator to contact your wife and first mate, Jane, and hopefully find and save the rest of your crew.
Yeah. Along with expose this invasion.
Most definitely, because it seems as if no one else is aware of it. As you're cutting through the brush, cutting through the trees, as you're hopping over logs, you finally get to the edge of the force field. You're able to put your hands to it, but you realize that once you go through it, more than likely it's going to alert those drones and those robots to your location. Tell me, what do you do?
Looking and listening and watching for local flora and fauna that is moving and crossing across this.
Most definitely.
Would that be a perception?
Yes, it would
Or-
be.
Okay.
Well, the thing is this. The force field is coming from some center point, and it's effectively a bubble.
Right.
And so either you have to go through it, or somehow you have to hope that this bubble doesn't go into the ground itself. You might be able to go underneath it. But it's not preventing you from going through it. You can go through it. The question is, do you want to risk alerting these Laurentian machines to your location?
This is why I'm looking for local flora and fauna,
Mm-hmm.
preferably something non-violent,
Mm-hmm.
that may or is crossing through it itself.
Go ahead and give me that perception check.
With a 15.
With a 15, you go ahead and you carefully squat down and look about the area. This planet is so alive. And yes, you do see a few birds. Multiple colors, as for some reason you looking at them and they looking at you, they decide to leave. And they go and they fly through the force field a little easily. They kind of get stuck for just a fraction of a moment before squeezing through. But in doing so, you see these kind of circular symbols kind of go out from where they went through. And now your ears are picking up that hovering repulsor sound of one of the ball-like drones coming towards the area to investigate.
Taking full cover and watching them. Watching for them.
Most definitely. As it goes right over exactly to the spot where the little birds went through the force field.
Okay. Just watch them. Watch what they do.
Another 3 arrived. 2 go through the force field and go directly towards wherever those birds flew off to. While 2 of their own stay. And they begin examining and searching the perimeter. Spreading out, and one is coming towards the location, but it has not spotted you yet.
Very unlikely to if it's being careful about its search.
Even though it's being careful about its search, please go ahead and roll that stealth for me. Right now, you're under the cover of darkness, and you're hiding behind something to provide cover. Go ahead and roll your stealth with advantage, even though your infiltrator suit is currently damaged and not operational.
Right? That's the other thing that's got me pulled. Yeah. No.
A red laser light begins scanning the area, the leaves, the branches, the bushes.
And with a 27, I don't think it's an issue.
Immediately, it goes right over you. Not realizing that you went from behind a tree log to inside of it. Looking through some of the cracks, you're able to see the red chrome ball go completely over and past you. You hear some cackling in the distance, and you remember the sound that those cackle hounds make.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You're able to hear that drone zoom off towards the sound of that, as well as that deep thump that comes from going through the force field. You're able to hear more drones. And far in the distance, you're able to hear the stomps of their human-sized robots. The enemy is drawing closer. Time is running out.
Right.
Jonathan Archer, what do you do?
Well, seeing as I'm currently in full cover and out of sight, out of mind, so to speak, I'm going to take a quick look at my stealth suit. Sure, I know at least something of it, and see if I can get it working again.
All right. Are you trained in mechanics?
Yep.
Aha! We will use that then. Go ahead and give me a mechanics check. Given the damage that you have taken, the DC for that is going to be 14. To go ahead and to get it activation again, so that's able to turn you effectively invisible, at least for a short amount of time.
It ain't much of a bonus, but come on. Ooh, shit. Nope, it ain't working.
Most definitely. The power source kind of sparks a little bit, and then immediately it just powers out.
Burn an inspiration.
Ah! It's time to Fonzie it.
I've seen that Promethean do this before. I think it might work.
Right?
Right? Just slap the damn thing.
Yeah, just don't do it Argus style. Oh, nat fucking 20.
Oh,
Boom!
net
A smack
20!
It's fully functional.
It is, right? You managed
If anything, you supercharge the damn battery on that thing.
Right, you've managed to find the damaged circuits, realize that you actually have some other equipment that has the exact same circuitry, swap them out, close the casing, and now you're able to see your hand completely vanish from sight. With your
Yes.
infiltrator suit back to fully functioning, what do you do? Also, the sound
Carefully
of those
and
robots are getting
quietly.
closer. They're about 60 feet away.
Carefully and quietly, but with all due haste, slide out of said log,
Mm-hmm.
staying low,
Mm-hmm.
trying to use any of the underbrush and what have you for added cover.
Mm-hmm.
Slide through the force field, make an immediate right, and go across the face of the shield for at least a couple of 100 yards.
Okay. And so you get to the force field and you're able to go through it. I mean, it provides some resistance. But the act of physically going through it, though no one saw a thing, still alerted the drones.
Yep.
You do hear them coming, but just as you said, you go ahead and you go along the side of it. They also go through the force field and they're scanning the area. They're actually able to make an impression of what went through, and they realize it is a humanoid form. They have confirmed that it is you. And right now they're scanning the floor, they're scanning the leaves, trying to pick up tracks, telltale signs, broken leaves, grass, whatever it takes in order to pick up where you went.
Nearest large tree, I will scale it with all due haste.
Most definitely. Thing is how they're unable to see you, but they are looking for disturbances that may have been caused from your footprints or going through brushes and whatnot. Once again, give me another stealth check with advantage.
Get the plus sign in there first, dum-dum.
No, you are not a dum-dum. All right. Average is just difficult.
19.
And that'll give me a 19.
And with that, they go ahead, they scan, they see the first set of footprints, and then immediately they go in the opposite direction.
Okay.
But then, rushing up to where you went through the force field, it's almost out of your sight as you're continuing to go along the edge of this force field, which you have determined is really circular. You're able to see a squad of 4 Lorendi humanoid robots going through the force field, and it seems as if they're guarding the area that you went through.
So there are 4 that go through, they stop and guard?
Yes.
Okay. I really don't give a shit about that. I'm up the tree right now, waiting for things to settle down a little bit. In the meantime, where I'm sitting in the tree undetected, check if my communicator has connectivity.
Right. You go ahead and you look at your communicator. It's fully functional. But now you see that there is something still jamming the signal.
Okay, gotta get farther away from this damn thing. And hopefully they haven't gone planetary. But if they went planetary, that should alert Jane, so there is that.
This is true.
She's a smart girl. There's a reason I keep her around.
Agreed. And so, also, this might be a good time. Are you going to stay in that tree for about an hour or so?
For a while, at least. Exactly how long depends on the exact movements and behaviors of these machines.
Most definitely. While you are able to see those bulbous drones begin to hover about the area, they too are scanning the perimeter of the force field. If you're going to be there for about an hour, you can spend your hit die to restore some of your health and take a short rest.
That's the other thing I'm wanting to do.
All right. Go ahead and do so.
I am nowhere near in a position to get in a physical altercation with multiple targets.
Mm-hmm. Right. So,
Time to lick my wounds and watch them be fools.
all right. You're a 5th level character. You got 5 hit dice. I think your hit die is a D6, but I might be wrong.
D8.
It's a D8?
D8, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Only like the heavy casters have D6s nowadays. Pretty much everyone else is D8.
Thank you so much for that. All right. Go ahead and burn some of your D8s. So go ahead and patch yourself up.
Let's see, I am down by 12, so 2 of them should do it.
And
2 out of 5 still leave me 3.
While you're doing that, we are going to get back to the rest of your party, the rest of your pack, of your crew, who have...
Well, that didn't work as well as I'd hoped. Wait a minute. Why did you only do... Oh, I see. I goofed.
Also, you get to add your Constitution modifier to this, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure.
Oh.
Free falling.
We are going to get back to the caves and tunnels underneath the surface of Val, where rather than Brave Stride, Aura.
There we go. 10 points. So, yeah, I'm only down by 2 now.
Sounds good. Argus and Sagarisio, along with researcher Brooke Demir. And this very large and bulky robot that they're using to carry their stuff. Sir carries a lot, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
It's like circumference, but Sir carries.
Got you. With that, they noticed in our last adventure various glowing mushrooms, red, green, blue, yellow. And when they reached this massive chasm, a seemingly bottomless pit, and a remarkable sign of unity and craziness, they decided to consume the blue glowing mushrooms and toss themselves into the abyss. All of you. For a moment, you felt the fall. The wind shooting past your face, whistling in your ears. Gravity pulling you down further and further and further, picking up speed. It seemed to have lasted forever, until finally, nothingness, darkness. When you come back to your senses, all of you find yourselves horizontal, yet in liquid. Before you are so many different colored stars. In the water that you find yourself floating on, though it is at your back, even though you are upright, it almost feels as if you should be horizontal. You feel energy flowing through you. As you guys look over to one another, you find yourselves side by side. Brave Stride, Aura, Argus, Sagaristio. Somehow you're fully conscious in this moment. Yet, Umbra, the phase beast that Brave Stride had gifted with the green core stone, an item of incredible cosmic power, is currently curled in a little ball and asleep. Thoughts of gravy, thoughts of gumbo, of weird creatures, of someone's hollow program blasting in the background. All are literally floating about Umbra's head. Brooke Demir also finds herself asleep. Thoughts of ancient Volna symbols, bad boyfriends, crazy falling. How does she look? Intruding thoughts of Sagaricio.
Nah.
Intruding thoughts of Aura.
Yeah.
Even
She's been
her.
on this planet too long, apparently.
It's starting to affect her mind.
And then, also conscious is the Sentinel Remus, who currently is attempting to swim to get closer to Aura. Yet,
Breaststroke.
as hard as he strokes, he remains exactly where he is. All of you, all of a sudden, see something akin to a sun in the far distance. It starts off as a small spot, white in color, yet more like a fireball than a sun, before finally it splits into four. One green, one red, one yellow, and one blue. The green one draws closer and closer. You're able to feel its energy, almost like heat, begin to dry the front of your bodies as it gets closer and closer, even to the point where it seems as if your eyes would sear if you open them all the way to look at it. But it stops right there, and you feel its thoughts and emotions wash against the front of your consciousness. And it simply asks the question, why are you here? Brave Stride, what do you say to this?
I have come to accept the challenges to protect my home. Our home.
The green flame speaks to you, Aura. Why are you here?
To support my chosen family.
Sagaristio, why are you here?
To aid those that have put their trust in me.
Argus, why are you here?
To resolve questions to those I care dear about.
Remus, why are you here?
Don't simp, don't simp, don't simp, don't simp.
And with that, he simply yells out, "To protect Princess Aura! Release me!" The flames grow more powerful, more intense, almost to the point of pain. Finally, you all hear in unison. What do you truly seek?
The means to defeat an enemy, an invader.
With that, all of you are able to hear the sounds of blasters, of screaming, of fire. It seems to be in the water at your backs. The green flame backs up, and in the fire of that fireball, you are able to see Vol, Bravestride's home planet. The countless number of Lorendi vessels surrounding it, blasting it. The toppling of the spaceports, the destruction of their defense spaceships, the burning of the cities, the crumbling of the mountains. All this death and destruction for this. And with that, it shows an image of Umbra and the green core stone. Finally, the green flame asks, do you accept the test? Rythan Bravestride, do you accept the test?
I do.
Aura, do you accept the test?
I do.
Argus, do you accept the test?
I do.
Sacaristio, do you accept the test?
I do.
Remus, do you? Of course I do!
But I do. This is one big wedding.
Impatient dick.
He just wants to get to the after party.
And with that, you all feel the waves, the water that you currently find yourselves floating in, washing you downward. It picks up speed, almost to the point of you becoming uncomfortable, as before you know it, gravity once again takes hold, and you find yourselves splashing, almost drowning. And I need athletics checks. The DC is 10, as you must struggle to swim to the surface.
God, I love being an Ashen Forge. Armor means nothing to me in this regards.
Most definitely.
You said athletics?
Yes.
I had a 19.
22.
I'm totally trusting my party from keeping me drowning.
Tonto, you go get Raylan. I'll get Aura.
All right. There's no need. You already see someone heading towards Aura, and you know it's Remus.
If he can fucking swim. Okay, he passes.
Mm-hmm.
What about Brooke and Sir Carries a Lot?
To my knowledge, Sir Carries a Lot does not float.
Okay.
As for Brooke and Umbra, you see they're slowly floating to the surface.
Okay, well they're not a problem, and I'm sorry, But I think a robot's gone.
Oh no, I still sense him. He's
Yeah.
Walking
not
towards shore angrily.
Yes, he's just walking while sinking down, down, down.
I wonder if he's realized he could use his rocket boosters yet.
Do you give him that command?
Nah. Let him figure it out.
Yeah, I will. It's like, buddy, you can use your rocket boosters. It's okay. You'll be fine.
And with that, you guys are able to hear his rockets activate underneath the water as it slowly begins to bring him back up to the surface.
Well, while he's doing that, I'll swim towards Brooke and start paddling her towards shore.
All right. And who has Brave Stride?
I do. I got him.
Got you. All right. With that, you guys managed to get to this sandy surface, and it's not too much of a beach. Just a little bit of sand before the grass restarts, though you guys realize you're still deep down in the earth.
Is it a sunny beach?
No, we're pretty far underground. I'm pretty sure the sun ain't down here.
Sunny
Except-
beach.
About a little
Except for what we talked to.
a little over 100 feet on both sides, and you see these tall brown stone walls. Yet, throughout the grass and bushes here, you realize the illumination is provided by those glowing mushrooms. They're located at the base of the logs and whatnot, and kind of in the underbrush of certain bushes. Though when it comes to trees and whatnot down here, there is only one, a massive tree with blue wood. Stands alone, singular, in the center of this interesting area of nature. Brave Stride, you recognize this tree from the legend of the Aether Storm Bow. And as you think about that legend, you do see, strangely, magically almost, the gathering of clouds, crackling of electricity that strikes that tree. The sound is deafening, but as the lightning strikes the tree, as the thunder rings throughout the caves, the tree moves. Its branches thicken. Its roots begin to rip itself out of the ground. The branches, the leaves, they begin to twist and twine and form some type of four-legged structure with wings. It looks like a nature tree. This thing
that's new.
towers you at about 45 feet tall, and it's not even purely on its hind legs. It stretches out its leafy wings, and it looks down upon all of you. Somehow, electricity is crackling throughout its form. And as it looks across all of you, as Remus moves over to make sure that he is directly in front of Aura, we are going to go back to Captain Jonathan Archer.
Oh, you tease.
Hey. Well played.
Archer, you've managed to take care of a few of your wounds. You feel a bit better. But these drones are closing in. Worse yet, in the distance, the sun is already changing the skies. It's on the verge of dawn. And from your experience, you know most attacks happen at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Archer, what do you do?
How many and how close?
Right now, there's just one bulbous surveillance drone currently hovering underneath the tree. scanning the ground and the bushes.
Okay.
About 45 or so feet away, you do see another one that's also doing the same, but it is to your right. To your left, and curving around the force field, you see two of the humanoid robots belonging to the Lorendi. They have their built-in blasters ready and are just currently also scanning and surveying the ground. What do you do?
Silence pistol,
Mm-hmm.
using all advantages, including, as I'm reading here, Vital Strike.
Ah.
Advantage on attacks against creatures that have not taken their turn yet. Any hit on surprised creatures is a critical.
Okay.
So hit crit.
Nice. All right. Go
And
ahead.
I'm shooting that one that is right down below me.
Sounds good. You've dealt with these drones before, and I have no problem telling you its armor class is 13. Give me that attack roll. It has no idea. Oh!
Hell. Even
Well,
with my pluses. What the hell? Let's burn that other one. It worked last time.
okay. Burning your last inspiration. It has to be better.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa,
Much
23.
better.
Yes, roll all the damage. As you go ahead,
All the damage.
Okay.
you begin tracing
So,
the little red ball.
that is...
It zigs for no good reason, and you go ahead, you pull the
Yep,
trigger,
right.
and
Add
you
3d6.
miss the first shot, and it turns around to scan where the round landed. And just as it's getting ready to look up, as it's following the trajectory of this round up to where you are, it manages to glance you for just a fraction of a moment before there's a flash. And this surveillance drone is in pieces. Maybe. 16, definitely in pieces. As you completely obliterate it with your silence pistol.
Down the tree and making all due haste towards the next tree.
All right. And so go ahead and give me that stealth with advantage because of your infiltration suit. The bad news is that due to the rules we have for your silence pistol, it actually inflicts disadvantage on perception checks to find where the shot came from.
I know that.
He's got a double advantage. Ooh,
Oh,
26!
But I didn't even need to do the advantage.
Ooh.
Do it anyways. Do it.
Yeah, throw it in there just to see.
Because you could get a nat. I mean, either way, 26 is a solid number. Oh, look at that! He made it!
Oh, 27.
Yeah. Find me if you can.
Right?
Whoop, 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 whoop.
The two humanoid Lorendi robots, they go to the location of the down drone. They scan it. And then immediately, they point their blasters up at the tree. And there's absolutely nothing there. And with that, they continue along the way.
So they're not heading towards me.
Not at all.
Good.
Do you
Set
scan
my
the tree?
trajectory
Uh-huh.
towards the spaceport. Utilizing all possible stealth I can and all due haste.
Mm-hmm.
Heading for the spaceport. Every few minutes, I'll recheck my communicator. As soon as you give me the clearance that I can throw a signal out,
Mm-hmm.
all footage of what I saw in a microburst straight to Jane with an urgent notice to forward to all authorities.
Mm. Right? You leave the tree. Keep into the shadows. You begin heading towards the spaceport. This huge tower looming off in the distance. Jonathan Archer, as you're sprinting through this dense jungle of Vol, your heart racing with a mixture of urgency and dread. Suddenly, a thunderous rumble reverberates through the air, shaking the very ground under your feet. You can't help but to look up, and you catch a glimpse of colossal, otherworldly vessels emerging from space jumps. Twinkles and flashes of red stars appearing all throughout the dawn sky of Vol. The Lorendi, a malevolent alien race driven by conquest, begins to descend upon Vol with relentless force. Their dark red, imposing ships fill the horizon, casting ominous shadows over the once vibrant jungle canopy. Sinister energy crackles through the air as they unleash devastating weapons upon the spaceports. The spaceports attempt to fire back, blasting with their various turrets, taking down many of the smaller ships, but only barely damaging the larger ones. Explosions erupt in the distance as the Laurenti's advanced weaponry obliterates the spaceport, reducing it to a smoldering wreckage. The once proud and bustling hub of interstellar travel succumbs to the destructive might of the Lorendi. Archer, you fear the worst, but that doesn't stop you. As you rush even faster, even harder, through the thick foliage, you can't help but, in the far distance, able to catch glimpses of even more Lorendi machines. Their chrome red armor contrasting brightly against the beauty of Vol. These jungles were once serene and vibrant, but now they're marred by the devastation and chaos that the Lorendi bring.
What I'd do if I was on the ship, but I gotta get there before I can do anything.
Definitely. And I do need a survival test one last time as you're sprinting through this forest, through this jungle. There are various things, hazards, even certain plants.
That survival or stealth?
That is survival.
Okay.
Because, poison ivy and such.
Right. Not so beautiful with this one. Yeah, not so beautiful at all.
What that 5, as you're rushing and looking through the leaves and through the branches to see the huge tower that was the spaceport far off in the distance, miles upon miles away, begin to tumble and fall. You can't help but to wish a silent prayer that everyone is all right, that your wife Jane, your daughter Jill, your son Jackson, even Nathkar, Free, Grumpy Arcadicus, and Karita, you hope that they are all okay aboard the Astral Horizon. But as that kind of takes your focus away, something wrapped around your ankles, around your lower legs, and causes you to slam into the ground. All right. As soon as you look down and getting ready to pull yourself free, the vines are slowly tangling and wrapping themselves further around you. I do need a strength test. DC 12 if you're trying to pull them off, or your next best idea of how to get these things off as they begin to wrap around your legs and they've already gone up to your thigh. What do you do?
Yep. Saber out.
All right.
Slashing, cutting them off.
Most definitely. Go ahead and roll damage for me. All right. As you go ahead and you're reaching a match, get your saber out before these vines begin to wrap around your waist. And what prevented you from doing so, you begin hacking away.
Yep.
Blasts, explosions, 8 points of slashing damage onto these vines, and you notice that they begin to fall away and kind of shrivel up.
That wasn't his damage die.
Oh, that was. Oh,
Oh,
roll to hit.
You're
no,
right.
he just said do damage.
Yes, just roll
Oh,
damage.
okay.
Yeah.
Then, sorry, my bad. I missed that.
No worries.
My saver is 1d8 plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get that for you. Uno momento.
No problem. All right. So you begin hacking away at these vines, and with every one that you do manage to chop off, it pretty much falls off and shrivels up into nothing. Is it enough?
6 points.
It is enough to get your leg free, and you go ahead, you quickly scurry out and get back to your feet, and you head off into the next direction. And as soon as you leave those gathering of vines, that's when all of a sudden, weird, pink-furred, seemingly monkeys descend on where you were. Thank you. All right. Each of them armed with, it looks like a weird spiked stone, or maybe it's some type of shell or something. You're not sure, but they all came armed, and they're currently looking at the ground and making sure that they're not getting wrapped up in the vines too. You continue running through the bush. Are you trying to hide from these things, or are you just trying to get towards the spaceport as quickly as possible?
Still trying to stay as stealthful as possible.
Most definitely. And so with that, you still keep to the shadows, even though your infiltration suit is working, even though you are invisible to all visual senses, as you are doing your best to keep quiet and not alert these weird pink monkeys. They look directly in your direction, then elsewhere, and then immediately they return back to the trees.
Go get treed. And keep going.
Definitely. You're getting ready to turn to keep on going when all of a sudden you hear heavy footsteps. A lot of trees and bushes being displaced. Something large is coming directly towards you, and it's coming towards you fast. You do know, if you take off now, it will be able to track you. Do you stay and hide? Do you look? What do you do, Archer?
Follow the monkey's lead. I'm going up the tree.
Sounds good. Give me that
Near the
athletic
tree,
check.
you mean near large one.
Definitely.
And what check? The stealth?
Athletics to climb the tree.
Athletic?
Yes.
How about acrobatics?
This time, yes.
Okay. We
You
got a
go
better
ahead
number.
and parkour up the tree. Brave Stride, Aura, Argus, Sacaricio, get ready.
Oh, 17.
17. With that, you kind of take a quick step back, bounce on the balls of your feet for a little bit before rushing the tree, leaping up, grabbing a branch, using that momentum to swing yourself up even higher, wrapping your legs around it, and then using that momentum to swing around and sit on the branch. Getting to your feet, you're able to get up a little bit higher, and you're able to look down, and you realize that large thing that was coming your way, and it's a glog. One of the four-armed, furry creatures that you transported here. It comes rushing out, and you see that it actually has blaster burns along its side and back. Do you do anything, or do you stay up there?
Now, does this look like specifically one that I have dealt with and brought in?
Well, you didn't really examine them too closely. It could be.
Does he seem to have any sense at all of where I'm at?
Not at all. Right now, it has stopped underneath you and is looking back. It finally stands on
Turn off my suit and knock a piece of bark loose and let it drop down on him.
All right. And so you go ahead and alert it to your position up in the tree. As soon as the piece of bark hits it, it looks up. as it's looking at you, and it turns its head sideways a little bit, as if it's trying to determine what you are or who you are.
Don't know if you can understand me, buddy, but I hope like hell you do, because I need some help. We need to get out of here. Those things that have been shooting you, the owies, I need away from them too. Can you help? And I'll drop down the tree.
Go ahead, roll your persuasion with disadvantage.
Is there animal handling in this?
I think
I
it goes
don't have it anyway. So if there was,
Well, I mean, basic animal handling versus persuasion at disadvantage. I mean, xenobiology would be one.
Oh, yes.
yeah, I don't have anything in that either.
Again, do you want to take a straight up roll or a disadvantaged one?
Also, you can try a survival check.
I'll go with the persuasion. I got the biggest bonus in that anyway.
All right.
I know it's at disadvantage,
Mm-hmm.
but hey, what the hell?
Oh, a bitch!
Would you look at that?
Whoa. Sweet.
Fuck! Don't listen to me at all. You got this, bro.
Even
Jesus,
with disadvantage, you
27.
rolled double 18s, and through a combination of your words and your body language and your gesturing, the glob,
27.
this thing that stands about 12 feet tall, striped bright fur, 4 arms, it nods and it picks you up and puts you on its back. Where do you lead it to?
The space station, and let's go.
Definitely.
I'm assuming his movement's a hell of a lot better than mine.
Sir, you pulled this out of your ass.
Oh man,
Right?
I can't believe it worked, but it did. And so with that, you are on your way towards the space station.
Fun fact: glogs are actually a mount of Val.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, so funner fact, he just talked it into giving him a ride.
What the hell is that, man?
It's a Glob Uber now.
Uber glog.
Catch a clock!
Next thing you know, you'll be able to summon them at ports with mounted guns and everything.
Yes.
Right?
With combinations of like either, different armors, different weapons.
Color patterns, upgrades.
For some reason, you could just add on like different wheel attachments
This
or
one,
like floaters.
this one has the hover upgrade.
Oh, all right. Are we ready to do this? Brave stride.
I don't know. How ready are we for this, guys?
Yes.
Okay, I like your confidence.
All
So-
right.
Are you typing initiative, Cobalt?
Yes. Brave stride, Argus, Aura, Sacristio. Roll initiative.
Oh no. Oh, that's Brave Stride. Thank God. I seen the 22 for initiative. It was like, no. I have a
As
measly
this
plus
thing
one.
begins to mutate from this large tree that it once was, as it sprouts its 2 arms, its 2 legs, this tail that starts out as 1 but then splits into 2.
I messed that
its
up.
Head starts off as 1 but then splits into 3.
Huh. I am not the last one going.
The 3
Why is it-
heads roar.
It has 3 heads.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And it,
Maybe it's friendly.
it lets out this deafening roar to signal the fact that it is time to be tested.
Maybe it's friendly.
All right, guys, we're definitely going to go towards the hero. So Brave Stride, you're definitely going to be going first.
All right, is the whole party together now?
Yes, it is.
Short of Archer.
So Sir Carrie is with us.
Yes, it is.
Okay, and the creature cackles and lightning, crackles.
It
Lightning?
does.
Okay. this is my move. Then I am going to grab the cable rope off of Sir Carries a Lot.
Okay.
As I asked before, the rope can that is pretty much this world's version of rope, and that does not count as technology.
Okay, so you're gonna grab the rope.
Yes. All right. Cool. And does Umbra go on my turn still?
Yes.
All right. Umbra's going to charge, and then we're going to teleport. Where she's going to go up close. I'm going to teleport her. I'm going to try to get this cable rope around a root or a leg, whatever how you describe it, around it,
Okay.
and then use my movement to teleport back. So I'm using Umbra's teleport first.
Okay. So overall, the goal is to start to tie this thing around, tie this cable around this nature drake's leg, correct?
Yep.
And you want to spend your entire turn doing that effectively?
Yeah, if I could throw it, I would rather do that as like a lasso.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if would that be a dex check or a strength check.
I would consider this a dexterity check. But since you're teaming up with Umbra, who looks at you and she's like, "Why are we fighting this thing? What is it? Why does it vibrate me?" With that, Umbra kind of sinks down, but yes, go ahead and actually, you know what? There's not really a rope handling skill in Esper Genesis. Before you make that roll, feel free to actually, I would consider this will fall under the purview of survival.
Same roll.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to use my inspiration on this because I really need this to work out because I want to redirect the lightning with the rope.
Mm. And so, are you trying to tie it around? Because right now it's on all fours. So, you going for its left arm effectively, its right arm, or are you going to teleport behind it and try to wrap it around one of the legs?
Well, we'll do a behind the teleport.
Got you.
Going for the tail.
He said he's going for the legs. All right.
18.
18 does it. All right. Immediately, you and Umbra begin to charge, and just as this creature is getting ready to get down, and it lifts up its left arm, getting ready to smush you, there's a flash of green energy, and immediately you appear behind it, and it stomps exactly where you and Umbra were. With that, you already have the cable lasso ready as you toss it, and it wraps around the leg of this massive nature drake. Umbra goes ahead, knowing what you're trying to do, immediately grabs the other end of the rope and begins to pull it tight and begins to teleport rapidly around it to wrap the cable around its leg. Very good. Very good. But that you still should have a bonus action. So, is there any bonus action you want to use?
I will put my hunter's mark on it.
Ah, the hunter's mark. Good.
And what is this considered?
All right. It is. It's actually considered as a dragon in this case.
Okay, so not a beast.
No.
Okay.
Right. And so after the rapid teleporting, after wrapping this cable around its leg, all of a sudden there's a flash of green, and Brave Stride, you're temporarily connected to this nature drake, and you hear within your mind, Rylan, Seeker of the Wilds, tell me, what is the balance between preservation and utilization? How do you honor the creatures and resources of this jungle while ensuring the survival of your people? But as that question reverberates in your mind, one of the heads turns around, sees what you're attempting to do, and immediately goes to bite you. Let's see what the dice have in store for you. Here we go. And you see the jaws of this massive creature open up, and you can't let go of the rope. You can't let go of this advantage that you have. But with that, it crunches down on you. 10 points of damage.
Yep.
The second head immediately kind of scans over the area in front of it. It looks at you, Argus. It looks at you, Sagaristio, and then it focuses its attention on Aura.
Can I taunt it?
Are you able to taunt as a reaction?
Can I spend an inspiration to taunt as a reaction?
Why not? Go ahead.
All right.
This will count as your reaction, so you won't be able to use it until the next round.
Most times I don't have to use a reaction, in all honesty, because once I get in my stance, everything is a non-reaction.
Mm-hmm.
But what am I rolling for this?
You are rolling a persuasion or deception.
Well, neither one of those are great. That's a -1. But at the very least, I could yell at it and call it a stupid face.
Yeah, go ahead and try to yell at it and call it a stupid face. Let's see what happens. You're effectively, popping a flare and going, "Hey, hey!"
6.
Yeah. So yeah, your taunt. I'm sorry, it did not work. Okay.
I'm sorry, lovely, I tried. Do I have all permission to fuck this thing up, out of curiosity?
What do you mean?
I'm asking the group, not you!
Oh.
Jason, it don't matter to me.
Your vote doesn't count! You're riding a giant four-armed monster, okay? You don't get a vote.
Yep, it don't matter to me.
Okay, well, while you guys are doing that, immediately one of the heads focuses on Aura, and you see it lurch forward. Aura, what is your AC?
14.
All right. And so immediately one of its strikes lands directly to your side. The head draws back and is going for it again, and it looks like it's getting ready to make contact, but Remus is actually able to burn one of his reactions to take the hit. And immediately it plunges into him and then knocks him past you. He lands hard on his back, but he back rolls onto his feet. Ugh.
You good?
I am present.
Don't bitch out yet!
I never will. I will simp
Sure,
it up.
Simp.
With that, he rushes to get back to where he was at your side.
He truly wears that like a badge of honor, doesn't he?
Yep.
Aura, it is on to you. What do you do?
I am going to pull out my spear, and I'm going to use one of the spear's powers, Leader's Encouragement.
Ooh.
So it says you provide prophetic awareness of up to 3 creatures of your choice within range, which is 30 feet. Each creature gains a +2 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws before the end of the effect's duration, which duration is concentration up to 1 minute.
Oh, damn! Damn, that's powerful, girl!
So,
Who's your 3?
well, who's within 30 feet of me?
So far, everyone except for Brave Strike.
He's the one I absolutely wanted to get. God damn it.
Feel free, if you want, you can go ahead and move closer to this monstrosity so that he'll be within range.
I'll move forward and I'll choose Raylan, Argus, and
With that, Remus, he stands up all tall and proud. Puffs out his chest.
okay, and Remus because he's my meat shield.
It's okay. It's okay. Tonto, generate as many drones as you can. Keep this thing fucking distracted.
Oh, I have a better idea. Don't worry.
I love that.
And I am your meat shield. Argus, what is a meat shield? But that is your action and your move. You still have a bonus. Do you have a bonus that's applicable?
Not unless the creature uses a magic ability or like an ability of some sort.
Gotcha. All right. Sounds great. Sounds good. Anyway, with that, Remus, he actually just makes sure that he's in front of you, and he's able to take his dodge action, which he is still actually able to provide some protection for you. All right. Okay. Oh, this is goody. After Aura, you raise up your lance. It glows with energy and power, and immediately Remus, Argus, and Bravestri begin to glow with energy. The Nature Drake's head looks about, and immediately it looks at you, Aura, and you feel it almost intrude upon your mind, and it asks, Aura, conduit of ancient powers, how do you channel the energies of the world around you without succumbing to the temptations of darkness? Share with me your understanding of the delicate balance between light and shadow. Before all of a sudden you're sucked back into the moment, to this fight with this Nature Drake. It's actually back to the other head, and immediately it looks about, it sees Bravestri behind, these people in front, a weird robot that's carrying things.
With a sleeping woman in his arms.
And immediately,
Oh, goodbye, baby.
all of a sudden, its two tails flex up and stiffen. And they slam on the ground, shaking the very surface underneath your feet. And I need everyone to make a DC 15 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
I can do strength, I hope.
The ground shakes. You guys all begin to wobble and wibble.
Really?
Brave.
I think
sorry.
I think the dice are out for me tonight, man.
Argus, you topple over. Aura topples over.
Tonto.
Oh, sorry. I still had the +2, so it would have been 12, but I'm still knocked prone. I understand that. Because remember, everyone selected still has +2 on saving throws, too.
Oh, we have +2 on saving throws?
Yes.
That was part of Aurora's thing. That's why it's really powerful, because it's attacks and saving throws.
Okay, it's 16.
All right. Bravestri, you maintain your footing. Sakuristeel, you maintain your footing. Sir Carries a lot. Teacher's like sideways for a bit before just straightening
Plop.
up.
This is nothing.
Exactly. It's like a statue that kind of like tilted a little bit before righting itself.
Gyro's compensating.
Okay. And after that attack, all of a sudden it stretches out its wings and begins to take flight. Bravestri, you're not exactly anchored.
Not yet. I just needed to wait for it.
All
right.
Are you still holding on? Are you and Umbra still holding on to the cable?
Have I ever not got on top of a monster?
You actually make a very good point.
Tame that beast.
PG-13, Alloy, PG-13.
And so, yeah, that's going to be... all of a sudden, it takes flight, and it is currently... I don't want to be wrong with this. Fly is what? Okay, cool, yeah. It is 60 feet overhead.
This is going to be epic.
It might be. Argus, what do you do?
Well, I'm going to use my movement to stand up. I'm going to use my bonus action to summon my gun. And I'm going to start popping shots in this motherfucker. I would have run up and started stabbing it, but things did not work out my way. Any way, shape, or form.
Right. So you get up. What was your gun called again?
Argus.
It's a special model of the Argus, so we'll just call it my gun.
Gotcha.
It and I are one.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll both my attacks at the same time.
Okay. And so as this thing is flying up, as you see Brave Stride and Umbra still holding on to the cables dangling.
Double checking my math. Yeah.
I shall not be a dick and impose disadvantage to make sure you don't hit your friends. This thing is
They're far enough away. I think I did that right. 15 and 10. Like I said, I think the dice are out for me today.
All right. I mean, you go ahead and you burst fire a bit. It lands, but it doesn't seem to do much damage.
Don't you have a +2 to attacks?
Oh, damn, you're right. Thank you for correcting me on that. So it's 17 and 12.
Got you. The result's the same.
You're a dick.
Is there anything else? Or is that it?
I don't want to use Action Surge quite yet. So, yeah, that's it.
Sagaristio. It is on to you, Brave Stride. Get ready.
Oh, man. Damn it, Brave Stride. Why did you have to go flying with the damn thing?
I'm beautiful.
Well, I'm going to try my best for some cinematic stuff. While Remus is doing his big old shield, look at me, I'm great. I'm actually going to take a running start at him. Like, Remus, I need a boost.
I did not carry any type of vials or injections on me.
He meant the lift up as he bounces off of his head.
Well, I'm hoping he uses his shield because we still very much need his head attached.
I doubt you'd kill him.
No problem with that. He finally, catches on. Oh, I see. I am present. As he materializes his shield and gets ready to launch you.
All right, and I'm going to try and get as high as I possibly can. At minimum, I want to try and get at least 30 feet to Raylan and still stay within the 30 feet of the group.
Okay. I
and
see.
Then
this is going to be cool.
And then I'm going to pop Sensory Boost at rank 2.
Oh.
What's due?
+2 to attacks and saving throws to 4 targets.
Oh shit! We're doubling up.
Because I'm using it at a rank 2, which means I can hit an additional target.
Oh,
I'm hitting all of us.
Nice.
Nice.
Actually, let's see, Remus or Argus, Raylan. I'll use it at rank 3 so I can hit myself with it.
Okay. And so, with that, you charge towards Remus. He gets his shield ready. He braces himself. All right, you leap. You land onto his shield. You hear him grunt as he just tosses you up as high as he possibly can. You go ahead and you reach, and immediately the circuits and energy begin to flow around your head and arm. And all of a sudden, there is a burst of energy. Brave Stride, you're glowing. Sacristio, you're glowing. Argus, you're glowing. Aura, you're glowing. Even Remus.
And what's the bonus to this?
Oh, it's +2 to attacks and +2 to saving throws. So it's doubled up.
Yeah, so we're +4 to attacks and savings. Okay.
Yes.
All right. And
then, since I'm still up here,
yeah,
I'll pop in my bonus action to get my assault drone.
And right before gravity yanks you back down, your arm goes ahead and opens up. And what does this assault drone look like?
Funny enough, this one's gonna look a lot like one of the Volna, with a little skull hat on. It's almost like a helmet.
Oh my god, not a Monster Hunter assault drone.
Yeah. Yes. Pulls out this tiny little great sword. that looks like it's made of bone.
Yes.
I would like to say those cats were like one of the only reasons I got into the game. The palicos, yeah.
Yes.
I
Man,
had
my favorite palico is still the Meowster Chef, the big bulky one.
I'm sorry, but I had mine, Sir Sebastian, and he was beautiful.
Yeah, but you can't deny the Meowster Chef because
Oh,
he was the
no.
palico to the commander, who is a big hulking giant.
In the same breath, he wasn't in the field, but he did feed everybody, so I will give him some respect.
Most
Yes.
definitely. And I need that athletics or acrobatics check in order to land without hurting yourself.
We'll go athletics.
I'd Princess Catch you, but I spent my reaction trying to taunt a beast foolishly.
Right. You go ahead, you pop out your Monster Hunter Assault Drone. Did you roll to attack for it as well?
Not yet, but I'm gonna do my athletics check. Oh, I'm fine.
Oh, and you go ahead and you land. Superhero landing.
That's really bad for your knees, by the way.
Not the way he does it. Wow.
Yeah,
you're-
when I
Monster
land with
Hunter.
the axe down.
Right. All right. And roll for that little assault drone as it goes ahead and it zooms up to this monstrous nature drake. All right. It goes ahead. It swings. It's huge, heavy. It's about like almost a foot long. A bone, great sword behind his back, and it tries to slam it down on this huge beast of nature.
Let's see. It also gains my bonus, so yeah. Oh, yeah, +7 to attack. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. 15.
And with that, it goes ahead and thunk.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
we
I hit
Yeah.
a hard spot.
so we need minimum higher than 17, is what I've established.
But yeah.
Not trying to... okay, I am metagaming here. By mathematics so far speaking, 17 does not clear its AC.
The real question right now is Brave Stride. As you are holding on for dear life, as you're holding on to the rope and swinging underneath this creature, as you are now bringing with the power of both Sagaricio and Aura, as you saw this little drone that looks like it was ripped from Monster Hunter fan art,
Okay.
zoom up and bonk the nature drake. What do you do?
Something pretty cool. It has wings, right? And I have more cable rope. So I'm going to drive my weight into a swing using acrobatics and try to loop myself around its own wing so it drives itself to the ground.
Ah! Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cinematic. Go ahead and do the acrobatics with advantage. All right.
25.
Oh, damn!
A 25 allows you to get the momentum you need as all of a sudden you bring your knees up, your feet up, you begin to swing up and over onto its wing, and now I do need the opposed strength check for you to like collapse that wing to bring this thing back down to the ground from whence it came.
Does he have advantage for such a high roll?
You know what? He will get advantage because he's also teamed up with Umbra, and I'm assuming this is what Umbra is helping with as well.
Yes.
Him and Unger like hanging on together like extra, like like a bola, a biological bola.
18.
Oh, damn!
Yeah.
And with that, Umbra pulls, you swing, you come over the wing, and with that, you yank as hard as you can. You curl into a ball to pick up as much momentum as this creature is trying to flap to get a little bit higher. All of a sudden, it can't bring its wing back up. It tilts sideways, and now both the Nature Drake, Rylan, Brave Stride, and Umbra are coming tumbling down.
Okay, so
You can burn the rest of your turn to effectively teleport out of the way, or it
yeah,
will fall on
that's
you.
what I want to do.
So first you were dangling underneath the wing, then all of a sudden now it's contacting the top of your head, and Umbra is like, "You stupid Valda, what is wrong?" Boom. And it goes ahead and grabs you. Can't believe you. Boom. Right? As all of a sudden you appear. Where do you want to appear? By Aura, by Argus, by Sagaristio?
Okay, so I'd like to see this in my mind. I see this kind of badass where as I land in front of the party, the crashing dragon behind me under the ground.
Most definitely. There's a flash of green. You appear with your own superhero landing, and behind you, ta-doosh, as you have brought the nature drake down.
I suggest taking its wings.
Noted.
Nice. Well done. The creature goes ahead and roars and almost squeals. All right. It rolls onto its side, and actually its move is just going to be it getting back onto its feet, and its wing is going to be trying to swing and wave off that cable. But now its eyes are focused on you. But then it flashes of electricity and energy, and all of a sudden, Argus, you feel it touch your consciousness, and you hear within your mind, Argus, guardian of strength and resolve. What does true courage mean to you in the face of overwhelming odds? How
Not
do you
being a
distinguish
bitch.
between reckless bravery and calculated valor? There's a flash of energy. Sagaristio, you hear within yourself, Sagaristio, master of ingenuity and creation. How do you perceive the interconnectedness of nature and technology? How do you ensure the progress does not come at the expense of harmony with the natural world? But as these messages echo within your mind, the nature drake gets to his feet, it rushes towards Braystri, and immediately it balances on its hind legs as it begins swiping with its front.
Interesting that you could do that with its back legs bound.
Okay, so you're saying that when you lassoed its leg, you meant to say that you tried to tie both of its legs together?
I'm just saying, with a tied leg to its own wing, being able to theoretically do that.
Because that's where the rope went, from leg to wing.
And wing to wing after that.
Okay, I don't recall the wing-to-wing part, but okay.
That's what he did in the last fucking moment, wasn't it?
I'm just
I
saying,
got
it's
one
pretty
wing.
Yeah.
One wing, okay.
sure it's lopsided. Like, the balance of this thing would not be that great.
Okay. If it makes you feel better, it definitely limps towards you as it is still attempting to untangle itself from your incredible cable and rope work. But with that, with a single arm, you see it stretch out its claws as it goes for the slash. Rylan Bravestride, what is your AC?
I can't wear armor for this challenge, so
I do have a reach weapon, so... Ooh. I was gonna say, can I attempt to parry somebody else's attack?
Okay, that's not been part of your training. It's about attacking you right now.
Okay. Just thought I'd ask.
No problem. And so, with the 21, another 10 points of damage are taken off of you. With the natural one, as it goes for that swipe, as it shoots dirt and earth over to the side. As it rolls over, it gets even more tangled up into the cables.
deserved it.
All right. Though with the second head, immediately electricity begins crackling within the second head's mouth. It comes from the core up the neck over to the head, and immediately it looks at Aura. Remus goes ahead and steps into frame to get right in front of it.
Is that an Esper ability that it's doing?
Yes.
Counterform as a reaction.
And what is counterform?
Counterform, you attempt to interrupt a creature in the process of using an Esper power. If the talent or technique is rank 3 or lower, it fails to activate and has no effect.
Oh! Immediately as the electricity begins crackling and building up in the mouth of this creature, Remus, he looks over his shoulder. Princess Aura, it has been an honor. I could not have thought of anyone else I would rather die for it is a great honor to die for someone that you love. Ah! And with that, there's a flash of electricity that doesn't hit him, but Remus is still screaming, ah! As he's just ready to die for you. Ah! 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 Ah!
Someone you what now?
Oh.
Someone you what now?
We all heard it. We all heard it.
He's a true simp.
No. He looks at you, Aura. I am present. Aura, it's you and Remus's turn, by the way, Aura. So, Aura, what do you do?
All right. Well, since using counterform was a reaction, who all has taken damage?
Me.
Really, it's only been the one. I don't know. Remus might have taken a hit, but nah.
We're not worried about the Simtastic Overlord over here.
Yeah, it's already hurt enough, and there's no healing that.
No, that's going to take years of therapy.
Not even that.
So, how many times a day can I use the spear's abilities?
Okay, honestly, it's based on your talent points or whatever you have there for level 1 abilities.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use High Priestess's healing. I can medically treat up to 6 people, but only one person I know is injured. So heal for 2d8 plus. In the description, it says my forging ability modifier. What was that?
No, that would be your. I think it's used for charisma.
Yeah, it would be whatever your Esper ability modifier is for that.
Yes.
So, Raylan, go ahead and roll 2d8 plus 4 to recover.
That's 20 points for health because we do max health.
Yeah.
Wait, does that apply to our hit dice and that kind of stuff when we recharge on short rests?
I hadn't thought about it, but it should.
Okay, cool.
But he just brought me back to max health.
There you go. Do you do anything else, Aura?
I'm just gonna be staring at Remus like, God damn it, Remus, why do you have the absolute worst timing?
Because change his last name to Tarded, because he's retarded.
He should die of embarrassment now.
You'd like that, so he can't tell the tale.
You don't know. You don't even know.
It's true, I don't.
Excellent idea. With that, he materializes his sword and he goes and he charges. Ah!
Yes!
Now, I'd like to point out, this is actually like the best time for me to do the same thing.
Is that what you're going to do? Because it's going to be the Drake, then you.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let go of the Argus XM whatever the fuck and bust out Final Wish, and I'm going in for the heavy strikes.
Right, and so Remus runs off. And he begins slashing it up.
My goal is to get to the point where I can get advantage on the attack rolls.
Oh wait, did you roll with the +2 for Remus?
It's actually +4.
You didn't.
+2. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
+2.
yeah. Tonto's ability did not apply to Remus. It was the players he gave it to.
Either way.
Oh no, I give it to Remus as well.
Yeah, he still hit. He still did damage. All right, and he is currently carving it up. But with that, the third head, all of a sudden, you see it looks like it's taking in a lot of air. Certain wooden portions of its mouth begin to actually open up and fold open. Finally, it lets out this roar that shakes the entire caverns. You see rocks begin to fall into the water down below. The ground itself begins to split. And now I need everyone to DC 15 Constitution saving throws.
Yeah. Oh wait, I got +4.
Oh, sorry. I also do have a +4 above that, so I'm at 19.
What am I at? Just +2?
Yes, because you didn't give yourself the ability. It should have been the one that Tonto gave you. But yes, I'm at 19. Okay, whoever is listening to
fucking low.
whoever is listening to the crunch of tortilla chips on a Southwest salad, I need some clarification because I'm getting hungry as a motherfucker right now.
Oh. All right. Aura. What is this? 15 thunder damage.
She'll also have to do a concentration check in order to make sure that her bonus stands at this point.
Thank you for reminding me. I appreciate it.
I don't like to do it, but that is the rules. And the Constitution saving throw is against the damage rolled.
What's the concentration check?
It's
15.
Mhm.
What do I roll?
It'll
1d20 plus what?
your Constitution saving throw, effectively, or I believe it's proficiency plus your Constitution saving throw, if I'm not stupid. But let's not take that into too much effect.
And don't forget the +2.
Yeah, you have a +2 and your Constitution saving throw. So
I don't add proficiency bonus.
unless you're trained in Constitution.
You know, her being adept, she will be trained. So yes, you do add your proficiency bonus.
There you go.
And so, as these shock waves emanate from his mouth, yes, you're still able to keep up the bonuses.
Nice.
With that, it spends the rest of its move tearing and shredding these ropes and a whole bunch of frustration. Argus! It is on to you. Sakaricio, get ready.
So I'm gonna try and go counterpart to where Simpmaster is striking at to try and get as much attacks as possible, but I'm gonna theoretically throw the rifle to the side, and while I'm charging forward, I'm gonna summon Final Wish, and I'm going for my heavy strikes. I don't know if that's going to give me any bonuses or anything, but
yeah, go ahead, get the cinematic advantage. Go for it. I like what you're doing here. Toss the rifle to the side, and it doesn't even hit the ground. It just kind of turns into data.
Okay, so heavy drops to +1, and then I have +4 afterwards, so I'm at +5. ADV final strike. Okay, so that's the first one. I should have actually typed multiple attacks because I got 2 every turn.
Okay. So that's definitely a hit. You want to attack again or roll damage for this one first?
I'm going to attack again just so I can figure out what exactly I'm rolling at the end of this.
Did you add your +4?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
This is with the heavy strike, so -5 to attack, and plus 10 to damage. Okay, so the 2 initial attacks hit. I'm going to trigger a Force Drive ability on the second attack.
Okay.
Which will also add extra damage. I believe it's 2010.
Uh-huh.
I apologize. I feel incredibly unorganized at this point.
It happens.
Shh. And this is before I decide to use Action Surge, just to be clear.
Okay.
Because Action Surge will give me 2 more attacks if I need to use it.
Okay.
Drum Guard, where's Force Drive? Force Drive is an additional 2d6 force damage and must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or be pushed up to 15 feet and knocked down. My ability save is 14.
Okay.
Okay, so that'll be...
What type of save was it again?
Constitution.
Gotcha.
So that is 2d10 plus 2d...
It doesn't make it.
Oh, it did... Oh, sorry, I didn't do math now. Oh.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
you managed to get a 1 on the 1d1, man. It's all right.
So none of that made sense.
Yeah.
Exclamation
What the hell?
R 2d10.
Come on, man. This is math. You got to show your work.
Shh. 2d6
Carry the
plus 8, 16.
And the Force Drive multiplier.
Don't forget PEMDAS.
35.
Woo!
And it is pushed 15 feet back and knocked prone.
All right. Do you want? Okay. Do you want to describe how you did all that?
I'm literally waiting until, like, the bare moment it touches the ground, screaming and howling, slashing out towards everybody. I throw the rifle aside and pull out Final Wish. Its glowing energy, I slash it upon the ground as I do the dramatic sliding and slashing thing and smash into it, activating my Force Drive as soon as it hits the target and pushing it back with a beautiful blue energy, causing it to slam into whatever is behind it. And therefore causing it more goddamn misery. Nothing too fancy, but I just want to show, like, I'm a beast!
Yes, you are. And you have knocked the splinters off of this thing.
Quickly, pin it down!
All right.
Oh, I suppose summoning my Final Wish would have been my bonus action. It's okay, continue.
Most definitely. Sacaricio, you are up. Brave Stride, get ready.
All right.
What do you do?
Well, now that this giant creature is knocked prone, pulling out my axe finally, kind of giving it a little bit of a twirl. And I'm gonna side-eyeing it a little bit and looking back and forth between the wings. I'm like, yeah, I think I can do this. I'll make it a charge for it.
Oh.
And
Do you need a lift? I have a reaction left over.
no, I should be able to just bounce off of its snout. And yeah, boop.
Okay, so
And I'm gonna start twirling around like the same whirlwind maneuver that I did before. I'm aiming for the wings.
Okay. Go ahead
And
give me
because
that.
it's not prone, I get advantage on these attacks.
Yes, you do get advantage to attack something that is prone. Okay, you're going to run, leap, bounce off of its snout, and become a spinning a spinning razor chainsaw, effectively, of death.
Yeah, pretty much.
Make all your rolls.
Cobalt, I hate to tell you this, I miscalculated my math on the damage.
Did you do more damage or less?
Oh, I did much more. It should have been 13 per attack, so it should have been plus 26.
Well, we will try to correct that next time.
Oh, next time you're just gonna ignore the fact that the math's there.
At the moment, because I'm trying to do this with Sagaristio. All right, and so with a 16, no.
No? Then I'm burning an inspiration.
Ah!
So it should have been 45 damage I dealt.
Okay. It is noted.
There's
Okay.
that.
And that, with a 23, that is a hit. Roll the damage. Don't forget your assault drone. Your
Nope,
monster
I won't
drone.
forget him. I won't forget him. He'll come in here in the mix in a moment.
He's just doing all of his stuff first.
Exactly. So here's the first amount of damage. So 8.
Mhm.
I'm gonna burn one of my bonus actions for combat expertise, so I can make that attack again.
Okay.
Oof.
All this into the wing, right?
Yeah, I was going all into the wing. Yep, and then the drone comes in.
Bunk.
With another tink. Yep.
Definitely. All right, but with that, which axe did you use?
Strife cutter.
Ah.
His
All right.
special one.
Most definitely. And it sinks in deep. Immediately, you see all of these weird green juices begin to spill and flow. And once again, it hits you right there in the mind. Sagaristio, master of ingenuity and creation. How do you perceive the interconnectedness of nature and technology? How do you ensure that progress does not come at the expense of harmony with the natural world? As you finally land and hit your feet, Brave Stride, what do you do?
Well, we need more bonuses, right? So Umbra and I are going to flank it.
Ah. With a quick flash of green, you go ahead and end on the other side of it.
And as for her action, she's going to do that shielding technique, which you never gave me the stats on.
Ah. So, the question is she protecting herself or you?
Well, I'm probably going to be doing the damage, and she could me.
Okay. It will effectively count as 30 temporary hit points.
Okay, so that puts pretty much doubles mine.
Mm-hmm. And with that, after you guys teleport over there, she backs up. The green gem on her head, the core stone, begins to glow, and immediately, Brave Stride, you're encircled in a green ball of translucent energy. What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna use my short blades. The vowel ones.
Right? You go ahead, whip them out, bring them above your head and cross them. There's a flash of green energy.
Okay, I don't have two-weapon fighting, so I can't use the modifier for damage, right?
On the second attack, no.
Okay. And the second question to that is, I get 2 attacks per turn. Do I get to use both attacks again?
Oh, right. Typically with 2,
No.
when you're attacking
No.
a secondary weapon, no.
Yeah,
you
the
burn your
answer is-
bonus for that.
So basically the way it works is you have an attack as your primary, and the 2-weapon fighting gives you a second attack. When you have extra attack, it gives you 2 primary attacks, and you get your secondary attack.
So I get 3.
Yeah.
Effectively, yes. But 2 of them are at your primary stat, your secondary is the offhand.
Okay.
So
and-
that's the one that doesn't get the additional bonuses.
Okay, so 2 get the bonuses, 1 does not.
Yes.
Indeed.
And don't forget the +2 for flanking.
+2 for flanking, +2 from Aura, and +2 from
Tonto.
Tonto.
And it's
Okay.
still prone, so
Sorry, so-
advantage.
I
Yeah.
really should give him more credit. Sagristio Sagi. Like everything, like Tonto is just the easiest one to remember, but he really does deserve more of a name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 7 + 6 is 13 with advantage.
Hit it.
Woo!
It's 30.
30 definitely does it.
And it does have my hunter mark, so it's 2d6 plus 4 because it is a finesse weapon. So it uses my dex.
Go ahead. While you're doing all that, as you're cleaving into it, you still hear, Rylan, Seeker of the Wilds, tell me, what is the balance between preservation and utilization? How do you honor the creatures and resources of this jungle while ensuring the survival of your people? Another 8. Another vicious attack.
2d6 plus 4. And this one will be with no damage modifier.
So 8 points of damage from the first attack. 13 for the second. The third stab hits and adds in an additional 2 for a total of, what is that? I lost track. So that's
23.
10, 20. Thank you. Woo! And since you're on the other side of it, were you attacking the same wing as Sagaristio was attacking?
Sure.
Ah.
I will take that benefit.
Okay, and with that, you slash and slash and slash, and the leaves are flying all over the place, and more wood is being splintering before finally, with the last slash, the wing comes off. The creature howls, and inside of its stump, inside of its core, Brave Stride, you're actually able to see the Aether Wing. Good stuff. But with that, it is the creature's turn. It goes ahead and staggers to its feet. You guys are able to tell that it's getting sloppy. But with that, with its heads whirling all about, person behind, person in front, Remus in here. Ah!
Come on, beast! You're a bitch so far!
And with that, the electricity begins to crackle, begins to go throughout its entire form. It takes a heavy step, stretches out its last remaining wing, its tail stiffens out, and it goes into a spin. The electrically charged wing and 2 tails lifts out. This is a dexterity save, and the DC for this attack is 18.
Oh, you're really trying to kill me, aren't you? Or at least fuck me over.
We get a +4, right, to our saves because of aura and...
Thank the Lord for that, but I still need to roll a 12 or higher.
What kind of save? A dex save?
Yes.
Dexterity, yes.
Brave Stride with the crit. You manage to go ahead and leap and backflip as the tail sweeps down by the ground.
Oh, yeah, I definitely fucked that one up. Oh.
With a crit, you actually take no damage. With a success, you normally take half. Dark Lovely is going to be 8 thunder damage to you. I'm also going to need that concentration save, so...
I had a 12.
Okay.
Also, this is the first damage I'm actually taking in this fight.
15 thunder to you.
Woot!
And I rolled a 10, so that's...
Still maintaining the concentration, still getting bonuses, even as electricity is cracking through.
Nat 20 on her Constitution? Oh my god! Lovely, you're a beast!
And how much damage was that?
15.
15? Alright, so I gotta beat that. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I've still got 27 left, even after failing it.
Yeah, no, my concentration got broken on that one.
15. Oh, sorry, no. I have 32.
And so, after that, after the spin, it stops. It looks about. One of the heads is looking at Sakaristio. Another one at Brave Stride. While finally, one, for some reason, is constantly staring at Princess Aura.
Oh my fucking god! Am I invisible?
Yes.
I'm actually gonna like start freaking out at this point in time because I know I have hurt this motherfucker. I have slammed it against the wall. I have done more damage than everything else. I am losing my shit against this thing.
I mean, it is a dark cave. You are ashen. I'm not smiling at
gray,
it.
not invisible.
It's targeting the healer.
I don't care. I'm mad.
Electricity crackles up to its head, up to its eyes.
Is that an Esper ability?
This one? Actually, no, it's under its regular actions. Yeah, this is not a Esper talent or elemental thing. Now, granted, it has one of those, and that's going to be coming up. Oh, crap. Okay, then. As soon as you see the flash of electricity, immediately you hear Remus go, "No!" As once again he burns his reaction to go ahead and take it. There's a flash, and Remus goes down to the side. He's currently still breathing, but he is in bad shape. After that, the massive beast raises up its arm to do its multi-attack against you, Argus. After you're sitting here ranting and raving, it decides to oblige you.
AC 16. Ha!
With that, it swipes, you deflect, it swipes again, you deflect. And with that, it actually uses its reaction to leap up briefly and sink into the very ground underneath your guys' feet.
Does it mean they can't hit it?
It is currently on the ground. The ground shook for a while, but now it's still, and currently this thing is out of sight. Aura, it is on to you.
I'm gonna go ahead and use the High Priestess's healing again. So as a reminder, I can target up to 6 people in range, which let me confirm range real quick. 30 feet, and I know Remus is for sure in range.
He definitely is.
He needs the most of it, Princess.
So since I can heal up to 6 people at a time, anybody that's within 30 feet in me is going to get the... It was 20 total?
20 total. All right.
You get to choose where it goes, though.
Well, 6 people, so everybody.
All right. You see the electrical burns begin to shrink in size as Remus, he looks over. Thank you, Your Grace. I am present. And are you doing anything else, Aura?
No, I don't really have much in the way of bonus actions aside from movement.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just gonna stay where I've been. I don't see a point in moving.
Anyway, with that, Remus, he gets up. Aura, perhaps we should leave.
And go where?
And with that, he's getting ready to point towards the water, but then he realized that just leads to darkness. And then he's like looking about and like, I don't know.
We need to face our problems head on. Running away doesn't solve anything.
The ground begins to rumble again. Everyone, please roll 1d4 for me, please. Things rumble and shake. The ground begins to crack a few more times.
Yeah, the dice are not on my side tonight, bro.
You know what? I have to agree with you this time. That is kind of messed up. I suggest you talk about it about that.
Oh, and yeah, tell her what, you're a bad dice buck. Stop that. You're bad, bitch. It's not going to help.
It's not.
But in the same breath, I'm not entirely out of resources yet.
And so immediately the ground cracks and splits open underneath your feet, Argus, as all of a sudden its jaws come all around you.
So, I'm going to use my reaction to parry this one.
This ought to be interesting. Go ahead.
Right.
What do I need to deflect this one? Because I have bonuses at this point.
All right. You need to deflect the 20. If you deflect the 20, that'll be it.
Oh, okay! Exclamation.
And so as you see the jaws coming up all around you, you immediately take your stance. You hold on to your, I'm about to say pull arm, to your glaive.
I'm going to use my last point of inspiration to re-roll that.
Will this be the one?
I fucked that up, apparently.
Forgot that.
You missed your.
Shh.
Yar.
I see the error. Yar.
Will this be the one?
Oh.
20!
Nice.
It is a dirty 20, but 20 does imply.
That exactly allows you, as this thing is getting ready to come up and gobble you, do you want to describe how you somehow managed to parry being Ethan?
As soon as I see the ground start to crack beside me, I was like, oh, fuck this. And I'm going to dig Final Wish deep into the ground and fling myself to the side as a last-minute resort, hopefully that it's out of the area of effect of the attack.
It is as it springs from the ground. You hear that loud snap as its jaws close, and it lands back onto the ground. Argus, it actually is your turn.
So, can I use cinematic advantage to, after snapping myself back to a position, using my glaive into the ground to stop myself and start running forward full force? And it's like, what's the pole vaulting myself off of the glaive to give myself the advantage to bring it down on the meaty part of whatever dragon's coming out of the ground to do extra damage.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead. Make your athletics or acrobatics, whatever is higher for you, with advantage. And if you pull this off, you would get an additional... Go ahead.
Does the bonus from the other players apply to this, or only saving and attack rolls?
It does apply to the attack rolls.
Okay.
To the attack rolls, but not the athletics with that.
That's fine. I still have a +6 without them.
No problem. You begin your charge.
15
A
to do my
15.
pole vaulting.
You pole vault, roll to attack.
Okay, and this is where I start to actually get the benefits, right?
Yes, use the benefits.
You know what? We're going to go all out.
Suck
This is
AC
going to be
on
one of the
the
heavy attacks. Any advantage for multiple positionings or whatnot?
I don't know if it's still flanked or not.
Okay, well, it is for this instance since he's attacking it from the front. And it effectively popped up back where it was.
Okay, so like
So advantage?
plus 6.
You get your normal bonuses plus the additional 2 for flanking.
But no advantage.
No, it's not pro.
24.
But you definitely hit as hard as you definitely want to. Roll that damage with an additional plus 2.
Also, this is the first attack.
Yes. It is your turn. And you have all the attacks.
So I'm -5 on the attack.
You
But
slide
plus 10.
that glaive's handle all the way to the edge, and you pretty much whack with the force of all your weight.
Oh, sorry. I rolled the wrong D-type for that.
You're like, whoa, dude!
10 plus 13. So 14,
Mm-hmm.
and that's minimum damage. I still have the second attack roll.
Roll the second attack. Telvin, the consciousness inside of your glaive, is it? Shove me in!
Oh, he's getting his wish.
Also, I'm going to burn my...
20!
Cobalt, I'm going to burn my second use of my Esper ability, where I'm going to add the extra 2d6 points of damage to this.
You know you don't have to.
I know I don't have to, but I'm going to.
Mm-hmm.
So, exclamation R D10 plus 2D. Oh, they also need to roll a Constitution saving throw to see if they get thrown back 50 feet again.
Oh, that thing again.
That thing again, yep.
What did this creature ever do to you?
Get in my way.
Tried to eat him.
I yelled at it and it ignored me, okay? I have confidence issues.
It doesn't get tossed back this time, but go ahead.
Okay. So that's 23 points of damage. Oh, sorry. The attack was a critical, so that is 46 points of damage.
The head comes off. After all of that, now you're able to look into its stump, Argus, and inside you also see it looks like a bow made of blue wood, still crackling with electricity.
Can I spend my bonus action to pull it out?
Okay, no.
Fine. Then as my bonus action, I'm going to get into stance. And when it asks me what fucking stupid question it's going to be, I'm a warrior. I take the opportunities I see presented. That is my purpose.
Nice. Sakaricia, what do you do?
Well, let's see. What have I got for my tool bag? Oh, I got this. So, I'm going up to it. I'm going to do something dumb, but it's going to be fun.
Oh, do it.
Gonna get myself up to one of its heads, and I'm gonna pry one of its mouths open while charging up my arm for a laser blast.
Right. Oh. Okay. So, go ahead and make your melee attack first and foremost to grab its mouth, and we'll take it from there.
All right.
If you're going to have your drone do one thing which might like help you, you can have it try to help you pry its mouth open, but it'll only give you a +1.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
Okay, but that's gonna be its turn.
That's fine. It hasn't been able to pierce its hide yet, so
Okay.
24.
With a 24, as this thing is screeching out in pain from one of its 3 heads being chopped off, Sacaricio, you go to the 3rd head. It looks and is getting ready to snap at you as you all of a sudden catch its mouth with your hands, with your foot. You get its bottom jaw and you begin to push it open, and as its green leafy tongue, still wet and slathered with all types of juices, begin licking your front, you go ahead and keep that mouth propped open, shove in your cybernetic arm, the fingers fold back, the cannon extends forward.
You want to know how I maintain the balance between nature and technology? I've created abominations that I regret. I'm gonna spend the rest of my life having to pay for the sins that I have committed.
Nice. You're going
And
to
then
automatically hit, but the question
going
is,
to
you could just roll damage, but you won't be able to get a crit that way. Do you want a chance roll it?
no, I'll go on for just the damage.
Okay.
Because if it's an automatic hit, Raylan, you're gonna love me for next turn.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Advantage on your next attack.
All right. Go ahead, roll the damage for the laser cannon. But as you are stating what you regret, before that, Argus was stating his purpose. He took his stance, and all of a sudden, red energy begins coming off of its form. As you're getting ready to blast it, go ahead and what's the damage on it?
It's radiant.
Oh, nice. Oh,
For 17 points.
All of a sudden, you begin glowing yellow. Sacaricio, as all of a sudden this yellow sun-like beam goes ahead and goes through the nature drake. You would still have a bonus.
Bonus, eh?
Brave Strike, get ready.
Popping out a secondary assault drone.
Is this another Monster Hunter themed one?
Yes. And this one's got the dual blades.
And so immediately after you retrieve your arm from the mouth of this thing, smoke still coming out of it, your fingers fold back into place, your forearm kind of pops open, and another assault drone comes out there with 2 blades. Yeah.
Tink tink.
And it just
Cleaning the teeth. It's just cleaning the teeth. That's all it's doing.
Brave Strike. You're on the other side of this creature, glowing with green energy. Through the holes you guys have produced in its torso, through his torn off wing, through his torn off head, you're able to see the Aether Storm bow. You're able to see Sacaricio glowing with yellow energy. Argus in his stance glowing with red energy. You're able to see Princess Aura now glowing with blue energy. Yet, once again, within your mind is that question. How do you honor the creatures and resources of this jungle while ensuring the survival of your people? Rather than Brave Stride, what do you do?
I'm going to answer it. I'm going to answer its question. And hopefully it works out. I'm going, my answer is accepting the old ways, honoring the new age, mercy, never hunting more than I need, growth, help everyone grow.
And with that, the creature stops. It stands and turns around and looks at you. It takes a step forward. The last wing falls off. The head falls off. It begins to crumble and deteriorate until finally the only thing left is the Aether Storm bow. Crackling with electricity, it hovers in front of you. Intricate carved blue wood. Ancient Volna symbols throughout its entire form. Every now and again, an arc of electricity will go out and it will strike. So it carries a lot. Every now and again, it will arc out and strike Sagristio's arm. But it hovers in front of you. What do you do rather than Brave Stride?
I solemnly, as this creature had a duty as its dragon, was to protect it, and in doing so, also test us. I accept it, but I don't force it to accept me.
Mm-hmm.
And I will actually try to bond with this bow.
And with that, you open yourself up to it. And you find yourself in a trance. While that is happening, Aura, Remus is going to be okay. And while Brave Stride is currently enshrouded in green energy, him, along with the Aether Storm bow, the red energy that was coming off of Argus dissipates. The yellow energy that was coming off of Sagristio dissipates. Yet you still glow blue. And the voice within your mind still echoes. Aura, conduit of ancient powers. How do you channel the energies of the world around you without succumbing to the temptations of the darkness?
I'm gonna walk over to Remus and kneel down and pull his head into my lap, and I'm just gonna answer, love.
With
Nice.
the blue energy leaves you. The entire area shakes. Stones crumble in the far distance on the opposite side of where the nature drake was. Light from outside begins to flood the area. Glowing green water begins to trickle in from the cave opening in the distance, flowing and circling your feet. Its coolness is a relief. Then all of a sudden, blue energy begins to come from the waters. It gets brighter and brighter before finally the blue core stone rises out of the waters and floats over to you, Aura.
I hold my hand out to receive it.
And it hovers in your palm. You feel its connection to the powers of your mind, other Esper abilities and talents, to the world ethereal, to the realms beyond realms, to magics, to dimensions. And as you are taking in just a fraction of the cosmic power that this core stone wields, you hear, "Do you love me?"
God damn it,
if you love
Remus.
me, that means I mean, Your Grace. I passed out for a little bit, but I thought I heard you say that you love me, right?
I love everybody.
He goes ahead and scurries to his feet, and he's there to help you. I am present.
You're also my favorite simp.
And with that, his stone face kind of smiles. And with that, we actually get back to Typhoon 44, Captain Jonathan Archer.
Yes.
Thank you for your patience.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. It's been a long time, but with the speed of the Glog, you were able to hold on tight as it raced through the jungles of Vol, as it was able to leap up and swing off of branches and trees. You make it to what's left of the spaceport. It was once a massive tower, its base stretching across the diameter of the entire city and went into the clouds. But now all you see are huge chunks of its remains. The Glog growls as all of a sudden the first 15-foot low-rending machine steps into the clearing. Then the second. Then the third. Then the fourth. Then the fifth. Then the sixth machine appears. All of them with their lasers and missiles trained upon you.
Shit. During our dash for the spaceport.
You're going to make a run for it?
Well, not yet. I was saying, while in transit to the point we're at now, I would have been periodically, as stated before, checking for my comm.
Most definitely.
Okay.
And you
I
did.
need to know, did it ever come back up? And do I detect my ship signal?
All right. In this situation, as you were doing that, as you were checking your comms, as you were riding this thing, even though holding on tight was definitely a priority, otherwise you would have been flung off. As
right.
These machines have you surrounded, you look down at your communicator. Their barrels begin to heat up. The exhaust from the missiles begin to be triggered, and you realize a connection had been made. There's flashes of red beams of energy. There's explosions happening all around you, and then all of a sudden a gust of wind almost knocks you off the Glog. As you're finally able to open your eyes without the dust blowing them closed, you're able to look about and you see that all these large Laurenti machines have been blasted to pieces as the astral horizon arcs overhead. Your vessel, your ship, your family, your crew circles around, lands the astral horizon right in front of you, opening up its loading ramp. Jane is coming out. She has a blaster rifle at the ready. She goes, "What is happening?"
That's pretty obvious, honey. We're under attack. All of us on this planet.
Where is everyone else?
They went to go find something, some artifact. Haven't heard from them in a while. Tap my communicator and see if I can pick up their signals.
You go ahead, whip out your communicator. With that, she goes ahead, she tosses you the rifle and takes out her pistol as she's covering you getting onto the astral horizon. You look at your comms.
And the Glog too, if he wants refuge. I mean, he did save my skin.
Anyway, with that, Jane looks at you. Wait, didn't we just drop one of these things off?
Yeah, this one's friendly. And I'm rifle in hand, looking at the communicator, looking for signal for the rest of the crew.
Right.
Headed up the ramp.
Most definitely. You walk past Jane as all of a sudden the glog kind of follows you. To-toom, to-toom, to-toom. It kind of gives her a look as it walks by. Jane just kind of shakes her head.
Down to the hold where there's some room for him.
I'll see what I can do. All right. And
if necessary, tell Lizard Boy he's got a roommate. And I'm heading for the bridge.
As you're doing so, going by the cargo bay, you're able to see that most of the cargo bay has been taken up by this huge egg.
Shit. That thing grew.
Most definitely. And, you know, immediately you see Nathkar, he's like pushing back against it. And now he sees the Glock. No touchy. And I think I wet my scales. You managed to get to the bridge, Archer. And you're able to boost the signal, and for a moment, you swear they were not there. You were scanning the entire area, and you saw nothing. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you're able to see... It looks like the con signal of something called a Cercari's a lot.
Damn it, Soggy, you came through again. Set course and head straight to him.
You set the course to Astral Horizon, begins to fly towards the crew. Brave Stride, Argus, Aura, Sagaristio. You guys follow the path up to the light, which leads you to an offshoot of the beautiful green river that runs across Val.
I have a question.
Yes.
Would I had time to do what I do best, which is harvest?
Not just yet, but as you're coming out into the bright light of day, you're still able to look up and see the space battle happening above Val. And the plumes of smokes from the Lorindia invasion of them decimating the villages and cities. Off in the distance, you're able to see a small line get bigger and bigger as you all realize it's the approach of the Astral Horizon. And as it does, all of you realize that there is much work to do in the saving of Val. But with that, we're going to bring tonight's session to a close. Woo! That was a lot. But with that, that concludes another exciting session of Esper Genesis. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to join us on our next live stream. All right, I want to thank my players: Alloy, Master Draco, Dark Lovely, Tonto Tomahawk, Typhoon 44. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media at Facebook at Cobalt GM's ttrpg zone, on Instagram at cobalt.gm, and on TikTok at Cobalt GM5. Everyone, you have a good night, and always remember, let's level up together. Bye.
Bye-bye.